Hey, what's up, you guys? I was not going to do a reading today, actually, but the spirit is in the air, and it is the spirit of Cupid, right? So remember, y'all was just saying, like, I normally don't do the love, self-love, and self-love is definitely included in that. However, I have had some recent situations where there is some love in the air. So what we're going to do is a really quick, brief, y'all, love reading. We're going to tap into some zodiacs. We're going to see what energies we have, all right, always in the atmosphere. We're going to see what type of love energy we have. And then we also going to do our, we're going to give our standard deck a break. We're also going to do categories. All right. And we're going to see what kind of, categories we got coming up or going on. I had my last day of atonement was yesterday, so I did complete that, and I was obedient to the Lord, my Father on earth as it is in heaven. That was a beautiful and wonderful experience. As soon as my atonement and my obedience was complete, I was able to experience a beautiful night out, and it was beautiful. It was well deserved. Everybody deserves a night out, a night of fun, a night of existence. And it also goes with our energy center that we've been talking about all week. Sensual, our sacral, our sensual self, being in tune with our body, paying attention to sounds, being able to love on ourselves, and being able to love another. And that is why today I feel it's important for us to go ahead and tap into the love frequency. All right, so what we got first for the zodiacs, we have Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is a water sign, so we do have water in the energy as always. And a Scorpio is known as the underworld spy, okay? Scorpios are stingers. They do have a stinger at the end of their tail, right? So you do always kind of want to be 224 on the clock, as I've seen that. We do want to always just remember that, all right? They also are known as the psycho-spiritual infiltrator, okay? They have a voice. They'll get you, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need to be got, okay? March 9th could be Pacific for somebody as well. On the back of the Scorpio, you have the Sagittarius, the fire sign. Whoop, whoop. Half human, half beast. So that it kind of goes with the energy we have right now as far as to the war a little bit, where you have the horse versus the serpent, or the, in this case, the scorpion versus the Sagittarius beast. Okay, so like I said, sometimes you need to be got. All right. Also, we had a reading yesterday, and it was tied to sacrifice. And it was about how it is time to pick a side because justice is coming into play and the scales are coming into balance. People are now starting to see what right is and what wrong is. And people are picking sides. And at this point, it just went. Okay, because of them having to pick sides, Scorpio might have to sting the fucking horse. That's where I was going with that. So, on the back, we have a Sagittarius, which is justice driven. Okay, which makes sense. Just like I said, the scales are having to come into play. I had a quick download, a quick thought, and I lost what I was saying. That happens to me a lot. So, justice driven means the scales are having to come into balance. Y'all, we got to pick sides now. Motherfuckers are starting to see what they see in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Sea walking up around here. We like, okay. When some people are like, no. Remember, we also had in the reading yesterday, Indiana. Remember the hair jewelry I had? Don't want to take accountability. So that is how you get scales, y'all. You get this heavy side right here, weighing down, weighing down, weighing down. But then you see them people or those individuals who begin to realize what's right and what's wrong, and then the scales begin to balance and they begin to weigh themselves out. So everybody is not here or meant for the change. Sagittarius is also the archer of divine law, and they are also the voice. This is very deep. We got voice against voice here. Woo! That's fire and water. Baby, they go together. But we got voice against voice here, y'all. November 2nd. The month of November could be very significant. Also, I'd like to speak on the year 93 with that Scorpio water sign. You know, it could be very significant for someone. I know it is for me. I know I'm a water sign. The 93s, the 90 babies in general. This is our year. You know, a lot of us are stepping up into awakening. As far as for love, the energies we have is you love them more than you love yourself. Y'all remember I just told you about how I feel with these love readings. It's about self-love. We have a lot going on spiritually in the spirit realm right now. And especially as the divine feminine, her awakening, the sister, mother, daughter, whoever is watching this, aunt, we got to come into one accord and bring this scale into balance. We ain't going to go see no men about no horse. We know it's a man and a beast. We know that. But we're water. We've been getting water all week. We've been speaking about how water is the divine feminine and she represents wisdom. How the woman is Yod He Wah He. She is the Wah in the name. You can't have nothing without water. She is 70% of your body life force. And she's not acknowledged enough. You know, you can't be worried about this beast more than you worried about you. How you drowning in your water? All right. It says get a gift. This could be taking a Saturday off, Saturday, or even a Friday for Venus Day, Friday for self-love day. Okay. Get a pedicure, do a self-pedicure. Get a gift for yourself instead of buying him something or her something. Okay. Men, this is for you too. But as for my divine feminine who is awakening right now, and my all black today, in aspects to my dark divine feminine mother, this is for us. All right. The next one we have is music healing. Change what you're listening to. Probably those love songs or those certain music frequencies that make you think of a certain individual. Change that shit up. I got a song for you right now. SIAT. Stay in My Lane. SIAT. Stuck in a Tree is her name. And the song is Stay in My Lane. It's a nice beat. It's a nice affirmation. She mentioned smoking weed, keeping her vibe high, and worrying about herself and staying in her own lane. Because swerving in your shit got me loving you more than myself. October 5th could be significant. The month October, Scorpio also. So it also says send the songs that remind you of them. Okay, so what you can probably do to flip that frequency around is send positive songs like the one I just sent you. Or just send the songs, as far as when it says send, listen to the songs that come. You know when you type in a song like the song I just gave you, and then you get songs that are common and then they keep suggesting the next song? Follow that same frequency. And change up the music that you listen to. It really makes a difference in how you feel. Londrell is a very good artist. Alexis. Just, try it out and see. I do apologize that I have my comments off because of all of the hate that I get on my energy, on my comment section. But I do have my email, in my blog, in my bio. If y'all ever have any questions about like artists or suggestions or things like that, I'm an open book and I don't bite. Let's chat. So the categories we got, y'all: barbecue, Somebody could have had a barbecue. Somebody could have ate some barbecue. Somebody could be going to a barbecue. Family barbecue. There's nothing wrong with getting around with your family and mingling and having a barbecue, going out with people. Tree branch. I just suggested the song, y'all. SAIT, Stuck in a Tree. That is her name. This could also have a lot to do with this energy that I have right here next to me, y'all. I have a tree branch that I need to spiritually do something with. It's related, to that name I had told y'all about earlier in the week, Aaron Palmer. His last name is Palmer, and Palmer has to do with the branch. And it has to do with meaning you have been to the promised land. My daughter received this from school right before she was taken from me. This was the last thing she brought home, was this branch. And there's no coincidences on this planet, but I know this relates to me, and I know that is a sign that I need to go ahead and get rid of this energy that's in my home, and it's probably tied to my child as well. And again, it has to do with the song I just mentioned. And y'all, we got last week too that somebody fell out of a tree. Hey woman, divine feminine, tree of life, is that you? Easy E. Oh, this shit is easy, E. It ain't hard, it's easy, E. However easy E may relate to you, only you may know. But I know for me, that means that shit is easy, E. Because it is easy. As long as you put your mind into it. Construction is also significant for somebody. Somebody could be doing a lot of construction, or be doing construction around where you are when your frequency starts to rise. Because what this does is, the world is the earth. They're doing construction. I have a visitor. I will not say, and I will not let outside energies know too much of who I have or what I have going on, even though we all do know. But my atonement has complete, and that very fast. Beautiful doors and a lot of love has been surrounding, and that's another reason why I chose to do the love reading today. All right. I hope that this reading was good for somebody, and it happens to come across you at the time that it needs to, which I know that it will. Y'all, just keep yourself cleansed. Remember, do incense and smoke cleanses as often as you can. Pray over yourself. Pray highly. Keep your frequency high. That construction and shit, that mowing the lawn and shit like that, that's going to keep happening, especially as you continue to uncover more, release more, pick your side, go to the right side. Motherfuckers going to start working on houses and building new houses around you and drilling shit. Expect that. Just keep your frequency high and know that you're always protected by the Most High. All right. I love you guys.